Hello folks. I'm going to try to keep this under 30 minutes just for the sake of everyone watching. So, this is my review of Little Samson. And before I get into the game, I'm going to explain a few things. Well, actually, before I really go into the game, I kind of want to look into the game's background. So, the game starts with apparently lightning striking this mountain, and something evil comes out, and these soldiers come out, and this wizard just comes out and kills those bastards, and then this dude sends out 4 messages to our heroes of the game. And what startles me is how well that wizard's teleportation was animated, and that's going to pop up a lot in this review. And I know right now it's running a little slow. It's because I'm switching between this and the wiki page for this game, because I wanted to get a little more information on the Japanese version to... Oh, look at this, there's more! So, all the messages get to our heroes, as you can see here. And the heroes read the messages which say, "Yo, get to the castle so we can stop this evil." And there's Samson, I suppose, is the main character, and there's a dragon. Oddly looks like the dragon from DBZ. If you remember the early Dragon Ball Z series, where Gohan had a friend dragon. There's this Golem knight dude. I think he's a knight, or possibly a robot. I'm assuming he's a robot, or Golem, because his arm stretches when you attack. And there's my favorite character. This is my favorite character. Look at him! Just look at him. Look at him. He can read. And look at it. Oh God, their animations are so well done. It breaks me a little bit. So here's how it goes. Okay, so the plot apparently is let me just pause this for a second. I can't pause it, so there we go. I'll just leave it there for a second while we're recording. And, I don't want this just running repeatedly while I'm talking, so I kind of want to go over this. According to Wikipedia, there's a Dark Prince which is freed from his apparent imprisonment by a thunderstorm and attempts to take over the entire planet. So the king gives summon to 4 heroes. Now, that's it. That's it. Wow. I thought the Japanese plot would be, different, but I am wrong. I am incredibly wrong. That's it. So, alright, I'm gonna pause this for another second. Now, I'm gonna say the characters in the Japanese version, well, they really did not change anything from the American version to the Japanese version to the American version. I'm impressed. Like, normally, the Japanese plot would be changed sporadically, like, let's say, in the case of Blaster Master, which was known as, Metafight. In the Japanese version, Metafight was a completely different story. And Blaster Master was changed so much, they had a different cutscene in the beginning and everything, but this seems to keep everything, the same. The only difference is, in the original game, Samson is actually named Rikkuru. I'll call him Ricky. And the dragon is Kikira, and apparently it's a she. Oh, wow. Gamm is actually a golem. I am impressed. I managed to pick that out pretty right. And the last character is KO. I don't know why he's called KO, but he's actually adorable. And now I'm going to get into why this game is so freaking fun. And this was released in 1992. And that's kind of cool. Like, I'm impressed that this was, you know, one, released so late on the system, and two, was so well done. So I'm 5 minutes in. Let's get on with the game. I'm gonna play on easy. Just, you know, cause. You can pick your characters from the beginning, and just because I'm like that, we're gonna play as KO first, because I want to get him out of the way, because he's adorable. And notice how all the characters have, like, spinning animations that are really well animated. I don't know if YouTube has the same frame rate as my NES emulator, or if my recorder's picking up every frame of the game. However, these are really well animated. They're spinning like, I don't know, I guess they have like 16 frames of animation per spin? That's pretty damn good. Every character seems to have a full spinning animation, and they're really well done too. There was one point in the game where I thought that the game was using in-software sprite spinning rotation instead of using different sprites for spinning a sprite. And I'll get into that once we get to, I think it's Samson's level. I'm not sure, but let's start with KO's level. Alright, now this is why this is so fun. KO can place bombs. He's a little terrorist, and he's gonna place bombs and just blow everything up. I love it. He's so adorable, and he just wants to destroy everything. So, now, the cool thing is, the only problem is, all the characters have certain health, and KO has the smallest amount of health. Every character is balanced based on their actual physical attributes, which is different from, say, Smash Brothers, where everyone's kind of equal. I mean, apparently Pikachu can fight against Ganondorf and be okay with that, but, you know, I digress. The thing about KO is he can climb on walls, which is awesome! You can climb up walls. And that might seem, kind of lame, until I did this, and I almost, like, crap my pants when I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, this. I crap my pants when I did this. And, oh my god, I can climb on anything. And the first time I ever saw this in a video game was actually on the Game Boy in Metroid 2, when you get the spider ball. Was the only time I was capable as a character of clinging to objects and running around them like this. And this gets me every time, because it's just, like, so weird that I can actually do this. It's crazy, because I'm almost more powerful. Oh, that, I didn't realize those went through platforms. But it's like, my character is almost more powerful than most of the enemies, in sense of, you know, most characters, they can jump, they can attack, and they can walk and run. But I have, like, a lot of tactics here I can use to fight against enemies, and it makes me feel powerful, because if I manage to screw up, it's my own fault, because I had everything in my power to dodge all these attacks. Look at me go! This is awesome! So, this item actually increases your total health and makes your character stronger, and later in the game this becomes important, because your characters have different health based on their physical attributes. So normally if you see one of those, you want to give it to your weakest character as you go on, and you're gonna wonder how that works, but I'll explain that as we go. See that little guy? I hate him. He's creepy. He just sits there wiggling, and if you get close to him, he wiggles towards you, and it takes a lot for him to get moving, and I'm not gonna mess with him, so let's just keep going. Look at me go, this is so cool. I'm sorry, I really like the idea of being able to run on ceilings. Like, it's stupid, but, like, most games you don't get the ability of clinging to things like this. Unless it's a next-gen game or something like that. You don't see this on the NES much. Like, you kind of feel powerful. Like, oh, you can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. So, you know, it's like there's nothing really stopping you, and if something hurts you, it's your own stupid fault, and, you know, you should feel bad. I don't know what the potion does, so I'm going to actually figure that out right now. When you go to the menu, you can select from items, so I'm going to try that. And, do it. Oh, it's just a healing potion. Okay. I just wanted to know what the potions do. So, I like this guy. He kind of inflates and then blows up. So, let's just keep going. Alright, so I beat KO's level, and you actually have to get all the characters to the king. So, we're going to start with Samson. We're going to go on to Samson. And Samson bothers me. He has the only real, like, Mega Man-ish attack. The thing is, he's bigger than KO. But he can also climb on walls. But I don't think he can climb on... Yeah, he can climb to ceilings just like KO can. And climb up walls. But the only problem is... he's kind of bigger, and he's a little slower than KO. And he can fire projectile attacks. So, honestly, he's actually a better character than KO. But KO can get into smaller spaces, and KO can't attack the way Samson can. So, I'm sorry, these jump controls are still a little weird. The cling control is definitely odd. So, I'm trying not to die here because I don't want to keep going, so... Every character, I think, gets a life up in the beginning of the game, so their lives are kind of... Oh, this guy is going to screw me up. KO can't duck, obviously, because he's small enough. But Samson can. So Samson does have some particular advantages, being that he has a farther attack, and can still jump and run around like KO can, but... At the same range, he's larger, can be attacked harder, and he jumps like an idiot. I don't understand what's up with that jumping. I guess they're just showing off their spin animation. But he also has more health than KO does, obviously. And I'm hoping to change that as I play through this. And also, he's... Well... I don't know, oh, that just killed lava. Why is there lava there? Oh, now I gotta start again. Sorry. I was kind of hoping not to have to go through many different run-throughs of this. Because as you know, I'm not gonna edit this out, so... Let me go. Just climb up. Just get through this. This is actually meant to teach you the controls for the jump physics. You have to press the jump key when you're against a wall to cling to it. And that's the confusing part. So that part there is actually meant to teach you that. To use the jump key when you're against a wall in order to cling to it. It's still a little tough to get used to. But once you do get a hang of it, it kind of makes it work. So it's not that bad. It's just a mechanic that's not really in many games, so getting used to that kind of thing is a little interesting at first. Oh, I hope I get past... Every beginning level is not that long, which is cool, because, I mean, if these levels were, like, insanely long, like, you know... Euphoria long, if you played Euphoria, it's also a very good game, I highly recommend it. If they were like Euphoria long, I mean, actually levels in, the whole game in Euphoria is one big level, but, there we go. Lava? So, if, like, the game was that kind of large, I'd be complaining a little bit more, but, see, the level's already over, so I can... That's the cool thing. It moves on to the next continuation. And the characters have 3 frames just for blinking. What other game has that? 3 frames for blinking, 3 frames for ducking. Like, the characters have 1,000,000 frames for 1 billion different animations on an NES game. That's goddamn impressive. Alright, let's play, what's her name? Kikira's level. Kikira is interesting because her jump is different than all of the other characters. Kikira can fire a fireball that goes in a parabola arc like this. However, her jump is interesting because when you jump, you don't jump, you ascend. So if you double tap the jump key, you will stay at the height that you are when you press jump again. So you can fly at different heights. Pretty cool. So you have to kind of get used to that because tapping jump, your jump depends on how long you hold the jump key, and if you fall, you have to tap the key to stay flying, but you can only fly for a short amount of time. And this level also will throw tornadoes at you just to fuck with you, because, you know, fuck you, you can fly, we might as well make this hard as balls. Like that. See that? That's no fun. I mean, that's actually kind of fun, but it's just weird, because you're trying to... These three guys are like the most annoying of the enemies. And these tornadoes are not helping. They will spin you around and... Is that it? That's not... Oh, I was about to say, is that it? We were done? No, we're halfway through the level. There's my power-up. Oh. Oh, man, I don't want to die already. You know what? I'll take that. You can jump to get out of the tornadoes. Oh, come on. Stop it. Oh, this is not going to stop. Like, look at this. This is insane. I don't want to die. And it looks like I'm not going to make it through this playthrough, and I'm trying... Oh, come on. I'm trying my best here to get through this without dying, but it doesn't look like this is going to be the case. Oh, I'm just going. Yes! Oh, that's awesome! Oh, see, look at that. I'm not that bad at this. That's the cool thing about this game. It knows when to give you life, too. So, I'm just going to run. Fuck them. Look at that! And I did that. And we're up to 17 minutes. Looks like I'm not making the 20-minute mark. So, sorry about that. You're staying for the whole 30 minutes. We're getting the last character, Gamm. Gamm the Golem. Now, you may have noticed that each character has a different walking speed. And that's another thing. Gamm's speed is... See, that's the spinning sprite I thought was... I'm not sure if they animated every frame for that, or if they made a rotational algorithm to spin the sprite in the memory. And I'll figure that out as I go along, because look at that. That doesn't look like it's drawn every frame. It looks like the game is spinning that sprite. So I'm not sure. If someone can get back to me on that, I would like to know. Alright, Gamm has a stretching arm that he can punch things with. It's not exactly the fastest thing, but you know what? It's Gamm. Gamm, however, has the largest HP in the entire game. He is a tank. He can take look at that. Even that attack just did 1 damage off of... That's another thing. Damage is also based on your character's strength. Your character, like, for instance, an attack that takes 1 life bar off of, say, Kikira or KO. Kikira or... I'm sorry, not Kikira and KO, but Kikira or Gamm can lose 1 HP off of an enemy. But if those enemies attack, say, KO or, say, Samson, they might do 2 damage because they're smaller and weaker. So, in all honesty, KO is physically the weakest character, and his HP is basically half of what it looks like compared to, say, Gamm's HP, which is he is huge and he's a tank. Look at that, I'm already done with the level. Man, we might as well make the 20 minutes. But you know what, I'm not sure. Okay, so all the heroes arrive, and here's the thing. The king shows them this bell, and the characters are actually supposed to use the bell to combine. But Kikira says, no, I'm not going to do that. And this is where things get insane, because Kikira's goes insane. And it's up to Samson to actually calm Kikira down to get her into the bell. Because the bell enables you to switch between the character. Well, I guess it enables the characters to choose which one of them is existing at the given time to you know, utilize their powers. So they're not going all together. It's kind of like a 4 swords kind of thing, except instead of all of them at once, it's just one of them at a time. With their powers combined, they are little Samson, I guess. So, in other words, Samson has to fight Kikira to stop her from freaking out. That's at least what I know. I don't know for sure. Also, Kikira can take 3 hits per 1 HP, and you can take 1 per 1. So, as much as it says on the top right there that she has 4 HP, she has 12. And you have 6. So, don't... Like, see, I haven't done 1 damage yet. Now I've done 1, 2, and she's already done 3 to me. 4 now. I've done 2. So, like, this fight is hard. And I'll give the game some credit for making this an interesting boss battle, because you're fighting a character you had control over. It's kind of freaky because you're getting her ass handed to you by this bitch. Ugh. Come on. Like, her attacks do a lot of fucking damage. You kind of have to have pinpoint accuracy in order to defeat her. I like the music here. Also, the art in this game is amazing. Oh, look at that. What you got? I haven't done 1 damage to her yet. She's gonna drop and she's gonna hit me. She attacks randomly, so it's like you can't predict her attacks. Wait. She attacks when you attack. When you press the attack button, she attacks. I didn't know that. That is so crazy. So I can now predict when she's going to attack. I didn't know that. Now I know, and knowing's half the battle. Okay. Oh, okay, game over. The lucky thing about this game is you can continue from where you died. Thank God. So I can continue from the boss battle. I didn't know she attacked when I attacked. What is up with that? So I just have to... Maybe when she's just facing away from me, I can... Why does she turn red and blue? Whoa, whoa, okay, so she has a charge attack that she'll do whenever she feels like it. Oh, this is so evil. Like, it's so stupid, but at the same time, it's evil. Wait, can I do that charge attack? I want to know if I can do that charge attack. I'm just going to attack her when she's far away from me because... Oh, there we go! There we go! She couldn't hit me from there, so I got her. Okay, I didn't know that. You can charge Kikira's attack. So... Now you get into the game! Holy shit. Like... Oh, we're 23 minutes into this, and now we've actually reached the main game. So you know what? I'm going to stop here and actually start a second video. Because I kind of want to... You know, I have all the characters, I have all their power-ups, I have all of my lives. And, you know, it's kind of fresh to start from the first level of the actual game with, you know, all that stuff. So let me save my state. Save my state. And I will continue in a bit. So, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the second video, Little Samson, video 2. And thanks, as always, thanks for watching. To steal from Vsauce.